What is film noir? It's a universe of fallen angels and black angels, raw deals and pitfalls, roadblocks and detours, and cities that never sleep. Film noir is a shadowy world of existential loners, of chumps who willingly accept their downfall, of mobsters looking for a taste of the high life, of women both redemptive and destructive, of desperate men who just want an even break. Noir is a dark city of blind alleys, losers' lanes, and side streets leading to nowhere. And even in the outskirts of the city, somewhere in the night, a devil is thumbing a ride. Noir is inhabited by hard-boiled private detectives, double-dealing dames, carnival hustlers, psychotic killers, disillusioned artists, broken-down boxers, and a million others from every dark corner of society. The noir universe is a place where fate, or some mysterious force, can put the finger on you or me for no good reason at all. Film noir, or black film, is a French term describing the dark side of American movies throughout the 1940s and 1950s. Noir was the perfect hybrid of German expressionist cinematography and the hard-boiled tradition of pulp fiction. Noir inhabited a certain time frame in American cinema and reflected the growing cynicism prevalent in a post-war America. The classic period is generally considered to have begun in 1941 with The Maltese Falcon and lasting until 1958's Touch of Evil. Many of these creative films were more ambiguous extensions of the 1930s gangster dramas, but noir is not a genre. It's a visual style that incorporates more than just crime films. The style, made up of such elements as low-key lighting, night settings, and compositional tension, can be found in many genres, from horror films to westerns. Filmmakers did not set out to make film noir and were not aware of the term or of the conventions modern audiences now associate with it. What movie makers depicted on screen at the time was merely their subconscious response to the reality of world affairs. Some of the themes the films addressed included disillusionment, paranoia, alienation, and sexual obsession. The themes had their hard-boiled roots in the works of authors such as Dashiell Hammett, Raymond Chandler, James M. Cain, and Cornell Woolrich. However, there was a distinctly European influence as well on how these stories were translated to the screen. Many of the filmmakers had come from Germany and Eastern Europe, directors like Fritz Lang, Billy Wilder, Otto Preminger, and Edgar G. Ulmer. Included in this group of craftsmen are cinematographers such as John Alton, whose visions of light helped define the visual grammar of film noir. Often the style transcended their story. How the stories were told could be far more interesting than what they told. The movies of this period in the 1940s and 1950s reflected a shadowy world where the stylistics of expressionist lighting could meet the realism of on-location shooting. The legacy of film noir pervades popular culture today. Who can forget Richard Widmark in Kiss of Death pushing a helpless mother in her wheelchair down a flight of stairs, or Rita Hayworth's striptease to the tune of Put the Blame on Mame in Gilda, or James Cagney's Cody Jarrett making it to the top of the world in a blaze of white heat. When we think of noir, what comes to mind but a tough detective in a trench coat and fedora, and the mysterious femme fatale out to ruin him? This spring, the Park Ridge Public Library goes dark with a 6-film series devoted to the noir style. The schedule begins on Thursday night, March 26th, with Out of the Past. The other titles in the series include Fallen Angel, Nightmare Alley, A Double Life, The Setup, and Crisscross.